guys, I'm back. Okay, today for the CMP class, we're not going to use the computer. I need to explain to you the functions so that when you do the exercise, you can understand what you're doing, okay? So this is to be viewed before doing hands-on exercise 3 in chapter 6. Okay, let's start. So what we're going to study today are conditional functions. I'm not going to see the if functions because we've already seen them. If and logical functions with and or. But right now we're going to focus on these things. Okay? So imagine you want to calculate the average GPA. If you put the function average, it's going to calculate the average for everybody. Where is the GPA? Here it is. But in my case here, I want to calculate the average GPA, but only for marketing students. Okay? I created a table with students. I forgot to put the names: AA, BB, CC, DD, EE, and FF. Okay? So, what am I going to do logically if I want to calculate the average of the average GPA of marketing students? So logically, I'm going to come here from B2 to B7, isn't it? That's where I'm going to look for the word marketing, okay? So here I'm going to look for marketing. So I'm going to come, here is marketing. Once I find marketing, I take the GPA, okay? This one, this one is to be taken because this person, BB, is from marketing. Then again, I move down. Here is another one from marketing. So I'm going to take the GPA of this person, okay? Then I'm going to move down. This person also is marketing. So I'm going to take the GPA of that person. Then I'm going to calculate the average. Well, the computer knows how to calculate the average. For us, it's 3 plus 1 plus 2, that's 6. Divided by 3 people, that would be the average GPA is 2. So the answer of this one would be 2. So what we calculated is the average GPA. GPA, not GDP. Okay. Now there is a function that does this automatically for you instead of you going and checking. Imagine the table is huge. Okay? So this function has one condition. Okay? The condition is that students need to be marketing students, majoring in marketing, and the calculation is average GPA. Okay, so it's calculating something according to a condition, one condition. That falls into here. I put X, that means whatever function you're using, average, sum. The important thing is that it's one if. Here I put ifs, it's many ifs. Okay, so this is how the functions are written. You put the name of the function, then the range where you're looking for the criterion, then the criterion you have, which is marketing, and then the calculation range. What are you calculating? It's in the GPA, isn't it? So let's do it together. The answer of number 1 would be average, that's the name of the function, but you stick to it if. So it's average if. It's a brand new function. Average if it's one word. Then you open the parenthesis. Of course, you need the equal sign before. We know that. Okay, average if. What is the range where I'm looking for the criterion? That would be the range B2 to B7, exactly as we did manually. B2 to B7. then comma to separate the arguments of the function. What is the criterion I'm looking for? I'm looking for marketing, okay? So I'm gonna open the quotes and write marketing exactly as written in the table. And then comma, range, criterion, and then what am I calculating? I'm calculating the GPA, okay? So I need to give it the range from F2 to F7. And here we go. F2, F7, close the parenthesis. If you put the equal sign, of course, the computer is gonna do it for you automatically, okay? I hope you understood this. Now I'm gonna move to the second one, where I have more than one condition. So if you have one condition, it's if. Average if, sum if, count if. But if you have many conditions, it's ifs. You add the s for the plural. It makes it easier to understand. Okay? So it's the same thing, but with many conditions. The syntax, however, is written differently. Okay? Here, whatever you calculate comes at the end. In the ifs, as you don't know how many criterions you have, it comes at the beginning, okay? So let's look at this example here. I'm calculating the average absences for management students with bad discipline. Okay, so what am I calculating first? I'm calculating the average absence. So the first thing I'm gonna do is tell the computer what to calculate, okay? What am I calculating? So absences, that would be from D2, I hope you see. So it's from D2 to D7. Well, the calculation itself is within the name of the function, so average ifs. Okay, I'm calculating this, the average absences, according to what? If it's management, where is the computer gonna look for management? That's calculation. That's where we look. Where are we gonna look for the first criterion? We're gonna look in B2, from B2 to B7. What's the criterion, the first one? What are you looking for? It's management, okay? So the criterion is management. But then I have another criterion, discipline, bad. So I'm gonna go to discipline. Where is it? It's from C2 to C7. That's where. And what am I looking for? I'm looking for bad. Okay? If you do it manually, you're gonna come to, what am I calculating again? The absence. So that's what I'm calculating, but I'm gonna look. Is this person from management? Yes. Is the discipline bad? No, so I'm not taking this one. Is this person from management? No, so I'm not taking this one. Is this person from management? Yes. Is this person bad? Yes, so I'm gonna take this one, okay? Is this person from management? No. Is this person from management? Yes. Is it bad? Yes, so I'm taking this one. Is this person from management? No, so I'm not taking this one. So the average would be 6 plus 2 divided by 2. That would be 4. Okay, 8 divided by 2, 4. Clear on what to do manually? Now, the computer does it for us automatically using the function average if. Okay, I need to erase something in order to be able to write. Yeah, let's do it directly. I don't have a choice here, or no calculation here was written, or no calculation range. We're gonna come to this one later. Okay, so the syntax would be, for the second question, would be average ifs, because I have many conditions. So average ifs, one word, you open the parenthesis. The first thing is to tell the computer where is the range of calculation. We said it's the average absences, so the range of calculations would be from D2 to D7. D2, D7, comma, to separate my, my dog is whining as usual. To separate my arguments, I put the comma. Then what is the range, the first range of the criterion I'm looking for? I'm looking for management, but where is it? It should be between B2 and B7. So B2, B7, comma, what am I looking for? I'm looking for management. So between quotes, exactly as it's written, management. Again, another comma to separate the arguments. I have another criterion that is good or bad, bad actually. But where am I going to look for it? I'm going to look for it from C2 to C7, C7, comma, and what am I looking for? I'm looking for bad, close, put the quotes and close the parenthesis. You put an equal sign before, and it's going to give you the result of this function. Agreed? Okay, so we saw average if. You start by giving the range where you're looking for a criterion, then you put the criterion, and at last you put the range where you make the calculation, okay? In average ifs, however, whenever you have the ifs, you put the calculation range first, okay? And then you put the range where you're looking for a criterion, then the first criterion, then the range where you're looking for the second criterion, then the second criterion, then the range where you're looking for the third criterion, then the third criterion, etc. And once you finish, you close the parenthesis, okay? So now we're gonna move to SUMIF and SUMIFs. It's exactly the same thing, okay? The syntax doesn't change for 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 1 is here, 2 is there. 3 is gonna be here, 4 is gonna be there. We're gonna see why. Let's look at this question here. Sum incomes for students with a GPA greater than 2. Sum of incomes, that's the calculation I'm making, okay? So I put it aside. For students with a GPA greater than 2, GPA greater than 2, how many conditions do I have? Only one. It's the GPA greater than 2. So it's gonna be in this side with no ifs. It's only one if, okay? So let's do it. So I know it's the sum. So now it's gonna become SUMIF, the new function. That would be number 3. SUMIF. I'm gonna open the parenthesis. So the first thing is the range where I'm looking for the criterion. Here my criterion is GPA. My criterion is greater than 2 for the GPA. So where is the GPA? The GPA is here. It's from F2 to F7. So F2 to F7, comma, what am I looking for? Between quotes, because the criterion is between quotes, greater than 2. Close the quote, okay? Then, comma, what am I calculating? I'm calculating the income. So where is the income? It's from E2 to E7. E2 to E7. You're done. Close the parenthesis. Of course, it should start with an equal sign, and you are done. Okay? So the computer is going to come to F2 to F7. Is this one greater than 2? Yes. Is this one greater than 2? Yes. Greater than 2? No. No. Yes. No. Because I put greater, not greater or equal. So it's going to come to the income. Take this one plus this one. So now it's 8 plus this one, 8,500, and that would be your result. Okay? Now I'm going to move to the fourth one. In the fourth one, they're asking me to sum the income, but is it according to one condition or more than one? So sum income for students from Rabat with a good discipline. So here I have 2 criteria, not one. So 2, it means plural, I need the S. So if I need the S, I'm going to the other side. Okay? So it's going to be sum ifs. 3 sum ifs. Okay. The difference here is that the calculation comes first. What are we calculating? We're calculating the income. Okay, where is the income? It's from E2 to E7. To E7, comma. Okay, now I'm going to look for the ranges where I have my criteria. Okay, what is the criteria? The first criterion, it's Rabat. Where is Rabat? It's in the city. So where am I looking for Rabat? I'm looking for it from G2 to G7. Okay, from G2 to G7, comma, look for, between quotes, what am I looking for? I'm looking for Rabat. Between quotes, comma, because I'm not done. I still have another criterion. What is the other criterion? It's within discipline. So where is discipline? Discipline is from C2 to C7, C2 to C7. And what am I looking for? Comma, what am I looking for? I'm looking for good. Okay, so between quotes, good, close the quotes, close the parenthesis, of course, an equal sign at the beginning, and it's going to be done automatically. Okay? So 1 and 3, they're written similarly. It's the same way. And again, 2 and 4 are written the same way. Okay. Now I'm moving to this one where you have no calculation, and this one where you have no calculation. Okay? It's the count. So I'm going to put a little thingy here and a little thingy here. Let's look at it. Count the number of students from Casablanca. Are you summing? Are you averaging? Are you doing any real calculation? No. You're just going and counting. Okay? That's exactly what the computer does. Just counting. So, what is my, how many criteria do I have? Count the number of students. That's what I'm doing. Students from Casa. So I have one criterion, which is from Casa. So what the computer is going to do, actually, the computer is going to go to city, which is from G2 to G7, and count the number of Casa he finds. 1, 2, 3. So there is no real calculation. So it's one condition, count if. That would be number 5. Count, I'm sorry for my handwriting. Count if. Count if. Where is the thing I'm looking for to start counting? The thing I'm looking for is from G2 to G7 is within that range to G7. And what am I looking for? Kaza. So between quotes, Kaza, close the quote, close the parenthesis, and of course an equal sign at the beginning. And the computer is gonna come here and count the number of Kaza he finds. It finds. It's a computer, not a person. Okay? Now I'm gonna move to the last one. The last one is count the number of students with an income greater than 2,000. That's one criterion. Majoring in marketing. That means I have two criteria. Okay? So, what am I gonna do? Two criteria, it's ifs. More than one criterion, so ifs. So here is gonna be count ifs. That would be number 6. Count ifs, one word, open the parenthesis. So what's the first criterion? It's to come to income, which is from E2 to E7, comma, looking for what? Looking for greater than 2,000, okay, quote, greater than 2,000, close the quote, another comma, because you have at least another criterion. You're gonna go to major. Where is major? It's here from B2 to B7, B2 to B7, comma, and what am I looking for? I'm looking for marketing. So I'm gonna put marketing. Close the quote, close the parenthesis. There is no need for any calculation range because you don't have any. That's why I put or no calculation range. I'm sorry here, it's no calculation range. And that would be, for this one, it's 1 and 3, 1 and 3. And for this one, it's 5. For this one, it's 2 and 3. And for this one, it's 6. Okay? I hope you got that, you understood it. Take a screenshot so that you have it. Oops, I'm sorry. My dog is playing at my feet. Okay. You watch this before doing the exercise, hands-on exercise 2. If you have any problems with the hands-on, please WhatsApp me or call me, because you will have a little problem and I hope you're gonna ask, otherwise you're not gonna understand. Anyway, good luck to you. Work hard in order to have good grades. Love you guys and see you next week. Bye-bye.